In Portugal, there's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need to know. Carl rings the bell and the members show to the GMP morning show. Featured guests will come and they will blow your mind. The audience will do so in kind. A little vanity mixed with some insanity on the morning show with GMP. Hey, Gumpers.
Hola, bon dia, alegria. Munson here with the Good Morning Portugal show, live stream and podcast from expatportugal.com. How are you this morning? We did a little bit of a survey last night during the webinar. Fantastic webinar. Great to be speaking to Anna Caramujo again. There are wires everywhere here. I have rigged up a new setup so that I can look at WhatsApp and it shouldn't be too glitchy. Not quite sure what happened yesterday, but I'm sure you'll tell me, won't you? And I can see on the screen. Can you see on the screen something I've neglected to change? Shall I leave that there for the moment? Who's been eating my porridge? Who's been sat in my studio? I think you can figure that out if you have a look around the screen. So Fatima special today. Filomena on Fatima. Filomena wanted to talk to us about Fatima today. Very important to Portuguese culture and Catholic culture in general. And some nice Feelgood Friday vibes this morning. Jingles are all over the place. I'm not sure what's going to happen technically, but it seems to be holding up, although I shouldn't say things like that, should I? Where was I there? What did I interrupted myself about 3 times during that introduction. Yeah, great to be talking to Anna yesterday from Savvy Cat Realty. Yeah, brilliant webinar. That'll be online from our YouTube channel last night. Oh yeah, I know what happened last night. And we also did a little bit of a poll because we're out. We come to you on multiple platforms, don't we? You know, we're on the webinar last night. I know some people that's their touch point, if you like, for being connected with the Expats Portugal community through the webinar every week. But people come to that even if they're not interested in the subject necessarily, because you get to hang out with other people from the Expats Portugal community. There's the YouTube channel itself. Some people access via the YouTube channel. So I'd be very grateful if you would tell me of these 4 choices. I think there's 4, roughly speaking. Which of them do you specialize in one, or are you one of those people? What are you one of those polymaths of a polymath gumper who not only comes to the webinar and goes to the YouTube channel? Forgive me. Hopefully you've got the sound on, but whilst I'm doing that on the screen. So for the webinar, the YouTube channel, as a gumper, the Good Morning Portugal show, and of course the website and the forum. Which of those, or do you like to mix it up? But which of those is your principal touch point with Expats Portugal? Because we manifest on many fronts, don't we? I thought this said Toonie as I wasn't even playing any music. Maybe it was the music that James was hearing in his own head. But no, not Toonie. Tony Baldilocks, who I know was on the call last night. Great to see you, Tony. Proverbs in Portuguese this morning from T-Duck, of course. Deagle is in. Baldilocks, aforementioned. Coach Turner's in. St. Catherine. Kate, thank you so much for your help yesterday, Kate. What a lovely. It's always a fun adventure meeting up with you and doing things with you. And thank you for your compliments about our garden yesterday. I think you were quite taken, weren't you, by our back garden? Buddy's in as well. Francis, thank you, Francis, for those pics of Fatima. And I think I've got 2 screens rocking this morning. What could possibly go wrong? Some lovely pics from you. Filomena's been sending me pictures. Oh, fantastic. Yes. And of course, sexta-feira. I've got a load of stuff in from, I'm going to download it now and see if this works. Seems to be holding up so far. I've put an old laptop in the middle of everything here instead of the PC that seems to have been causing the trouble. And I'm downloading and nothing bad is happening yet. This is pretty good, I have to say. Flipping heck, Filomena. How many pictures did you send me? I should have looked at these last night, shouldn't I? But a busy night last night with the webinar. And then, of course, the 9 o'clock call with the Premium Plus folks. Thank you for those, Filomena. A Sea Slug. Oh, we've got video to download as well. Oh, my goodness. What is that? The things you send me. Wow. Okay. Yes. Oh, this was to go with my snake video. Ooh, Mrs. So let me just see if it's suitable for airing on the show this morning. Lots of lovely material in. Just as you thought you could crash the show with a bit of WhatsApp multitasking here, I think it's holding up okay, isn't it? But famous last words, and I've got change of plan as well. Well, so much going on in the comments today. Not in the comments, in the WhatsApp today. Oh my word, that's a beautiful photo of Fatima there from Francis. Should we whet your appetite with a few Fatima pickies already? These are superb. Thank you so much. I'm liking this. I mean, after the webinar last night, which has been on, well, which is always on Zoom. I just said to Mrs. M, isn't it lovely when you can rely on your tools and you're not battling with technology? This feels lovely this morning. Thank you very much for those, Francis. Okay, I will go back to the comments now. Buddy, Matty, Jack is here. Jack, who sent me a sea slug picture. And who else is in this morning? Let's have a look. Pete's in as well. Peter Bleach. Pam, I know you sent me something yesterday. Andy, the Porky Feet as well. So, Carl, have you made soup yet? Adding your contribution to world peace. That was a lovely picture, wasn't it? I posted up a picture of some peas in a pod that Mrs. M has grown. Blessed by her growing and love that she puts into the garden. I mean, just the sweetness on every level there, sweetness metaphorically and in the mouth, on the tongue as well. Peas fresh from the garden. I think Garvo said when he saw the picture, they would never make it to my plate. Thank you. This is the sort of information we want. 90% GMP, 8% webinars, and 2% forum. That's very specific, James. They made this statue of me. What is your name going to be next week? And we're already looking forward to hearing your words of wisdom on Monday morning. Thoughts from the Redwoods, of course. Gilda here on Monday, and James just before her. Louise is here, and Iris as well. Fantastic. Oh, shoot, says Iris. Steady, Timothy. I completely forgot the webinar yesterday. Is there a recording? There is, but it's not online yet, but it will be. And Cindy B as well. So let's Oh, I adore it when you can rely on your tool. She said teasingly, James. Quick on the uptake this morning. Morning all. A coffee incoming as well. It sounds like you haven't been without, though, this morning, as it were. Morning all. I'm a Facebook follower, sometimes YouTube, and occasionally pop onto the forum. Of course, yes, didn't mention Facebook. We stream on Facebook, of course, in the morning. So that's where Fiona's catching us. Good to see you here this morning, Fiona. I thought you'd be out in the garden. It's a foggy one here on the Silver Coast. What's the weather like there in the Ribatejo Valley for you? So, bom dia, alegria, Gumpers, Don Lisboa Linda. Coller duro. I've not heard of that word before. Beautiful Lisbon. What does the other word mean, T-Duck? And more Portuguese for me does this on purpose. Homem prevenido val por dois. A forewarned man is worth two. That's got a scouting resonance to it, hasn't it? I think that's the sentiment that Nuno would appreciate as a scout leader. Vai muito do dizer ao fazer. It goes from saying to doing. Basically, easier said than done. Hold up a minute. Just need to have a sip of tea. For me, this morning's mug, the Fernando Pessoa mug, which shows up nicely on the green screen. He's got a cork hat. I don't suppose he had a cork hat in real life. It says on the cup, às vezes o sol passar o vento. Something about the wind, right? Whoever drinks this cup shall be afflicted with wind. I think is what he's saying. She grows peas and she makes lovely tea. Does that Mrs. M? Which mouse am I using? Got two mice on the go, two keyboards. So vai muito do dizer ao fazer. It goes from saying to doing. Nicely put in the Portuguese. Oh yeah, Portuguese phrase last night from Anna. It's like 10 dogs on a bone. Dej kaush. Dej kaush also. 10 dogs on a bone. You might need that today. Memorize that. Se queres ser bom juiz, ouve o que cada diz, ouve a outra parte. If you want to be a good judge, juiz, listen to what. That's a good word, isn't it? I hope I pronounced that correctly. Juiz. We'll go back to these with Filomena and we'll get the right pronunciation, okay? Any other questions you've got for Filomena, not just the proverbs here and how to pronounce them, anything to do with language and culture, and of course your questions on Fatima today. Sorry for not putting the accent on Fatima. If somebody sends me Fatima correctly written, I will make that right on the screen. So if you want to be a good judge, listen to what everyone says. Listen to the other side. Now, when that proverb was first written, there probably was only one or two other sides. Now, they obviously haven't been on Twitter, because if you want to be a good judge, prepare to stay up all day, all night for the next few weeks, months, and years, listening to every side of the bowels of everyone's brains, if you see what I mean. I don't know if I don't know. I've no disrespect to the person who came up with that phrase, but there is just there. I suppose in many ways, and we were talking with Paul about this, weren't we, on Wednesday? Things are so polar and divisive, and I think he contributed his own part to that as well, did he not? Interestingly, but not only are there two sides and everything, there's also all the nuance as well, isn't there? We live in a complex world, and you know my response to that. Try not thinking for a little while. See how that goes. Bon dia, Carl. Missed yesterday's show. Yes, as daft as it sounds. Bon dia, Carl. There's wisdom in my simplicity. Sorry, Deagle. Bon dia, Carl. Missed yesterday's show and today's show. Promised to watch both over the weekend. Busy few days, but 9 sleeps till I'm back in Portugal. Oh, yes. Can't wait for your pictures, Deagle, from Portugal. And counting down. Just 9 days to go. Bon dia, Gumpers. Feliz Sexta a todos. Friday the 13th, of course, which reminds me that Filomena sent me something else as well to do with Friday the 13th. It's a thing. We've talked about this before, haven't we? Friday the 13th in Portugal. That didn't work so well, but maybe it's okay now. Struggling to find Messenger. We live in a not only loads of opinions, loads of platforms upon which to receive those opinions as well. Terrifying, isn't it? So Filomena, you sent me something. Let me just see if I can find that as well, because I need to share that on the screen. Otherwise, she will tell me off. And she's got such a lovely way of telling me off, hasn't she? That I think people quite look forward to whenever she's here on a Friday with us. Is it the second Friday of the month today? You are Montalegre, of course. Did I send people to the wrong place, didn't I? Last time, I think. So yes, Montalegre. This will go on your screen in just a moment. Let me just save this somehow. So many things to know and remember in this highly technological world. Let's see how good your Portuguese is, folks, as I bring this onto the screen. I think I'm playing with 4 gigs of RAM. That makes a big difference, doesn't it? Rather than the half gig of processing power with all of these things going on. This is working very well. Thank you very much to the gods of tech this morning for being on my side. Espectáculo, a besta y a donzela, espectáculo pro musical. I hope I did that justice. The 13th, Friday the 13th, the night of what is that on the screen? Could I get a job as a Portuguese announcer, I wonder? Noite das Cruzes, the night of... Oh, Brujas, of course, the night of the witches on Friday the 13th. Never mind about whether it's Halloween or not. That's how we roll here. And DJ, it sounds like a DJing monk. DJ Padre Guillaume is playing, and the Virgin Suta. So is that something that you've been talking to us about, Pete? What does that mean? What is a Virgin Suta? But DJ Padre Guillaume is playing, probably in monkish robes, looking a little bit like, what was that movie? With the monk flagellating himself with nettles. No, not that movie. What's it called? That new agey book that got turned into a film. Anyway, I think, quick, back out of that cul-de-sac, quick. Right, where are we? Bon dia, Alegria, a lovely morning on the Silver Coast. Pretty silvery, right, buddy? It's foggy down this end of things. How is it where you are? Hola, bon dia from Mati, Alegria, todos de Amsterdam, Solero, sunny Amsterdam there. Bon dia, off to our favorite cafe. Talk is continuing between Jack and myself about hosting. And it occurred to me yesterday, we send each other messages, Jack. I don't think we've ever spoken in person. I'll give you a ring. We'll talk about the meetup in Portugal upcoming with the amazing river views for Mer de Leite. How well does that go? It's taken me 4 years to be understood when I say Mer de Leite. Olá, bom dia. Tudo bem? Querem uma Mer de Leite, faz favor? Is it a coffee you want? I'm trying to do it in Portuguese. Meia de leite. Oh, you wanted a meia de leite. Is that not what I just said? No, I'm late again. So just listening in till I'm done with my morning form. What's that? Is that doing a bit of the martial arts practice there? Waxing on and waxing off in Amsterdam there. Who doesn't like to wax on and wax off first thing in the morning? Bom dia, querido todos. Bom fim de semana. I hope you all had a good week. I must say this has been a really good one for me. Well, I'm so glad to hear that. And I'd be even more delighted to hear that we've been a part of that, Francis. You're a part of our week here and our excellent Feelgood Friday. Thank you for being here. Fantastic, Filomena. Just a quick one this morning. And who doesn't like just a quick one first thing in the morning? Any advice on what to wear to the dance of the virgins on Sunday? Pete, you're not going to get away with it. Even if you wear white, no one believes that. Is a Christopher Lee Dracula costume appropriate? Probably not, but I would love to see the video of Peter Bleach turning up in his Christopher Lee Dracula costume at the Dance of the Virgins on Sunday, to see people screaming and running off in every direction. Can we organise that, please? Somebody in central Portugal. Just mobile footage would be perfect to put on TikTok. Pam's in. How you doing, Pam? Bon dia. Let me just have a quick look. Let me leave your greeting on the screen there. Pam, and I will scroll down to a different part of the empire this morning and have a look at what you sent me. Oh, really? Jimmy Choo has been sent in. He's probably been. What do you want? What's the matter with you this morning? Don't do those eyes. You know those eyes always work, Jimmy Choo. You naughty boy. He's here, sat at my feet now in the studio, and added. Don't be silly. Don't be pulling lights over like you've done in the past. You made Daddy very cross when you. When you did that. Oh, here he comes. Are you going to say hello? Oh, there's Jimmy Choo, everybody. He's come to say hello. Do you know we're talking about you here? Hold on a minute. Let me just take Pam's comment off the screen. And Jimmy Choo. Oh, look at that. That's, you see, he's very good at this. He's very good at this. But the butter wouldn't melt. Look, and the picture of total devotion of man and dog. Okay, you're going to calm down though. You're going to sit at my feet like a medieval hound in Alcobaça Monastery. I think you should do that, don't you? Come on, don't get your head caught up in the headphone cables. That's not a good look. That's not what we want right here now, Jimmy. Stop it. Get down. Jimmy, stop it. Right, okay. Trying to find Pam's. You're not helping, Jimmy. I'm trying to find Pam's. You see that? Oh, this is it. This is the first tech challenge of the day. Trying to get the mouse to move. I've got two screens, and I'm trying to get the mouse to move across them. But I'm going for the mouse pad instead, so I can tell you about Herman José, DJ Telio, and Songe do Minho. Thank you very much, Pam, for that. Let's bring that onto the screen now. As we just hang out together on this Feel Good Friday morning, Jimmy's still looking at me in a somewhat odd way. And I'm a little bit concerned about what he might get up to next. Keep watching, folks, to see if Jimmy Choo. Why did that not? Oh, am I saving things to the wrong? I thought I just saved a picture, and I don't know if I have or not. So because I want to tell you about Feira Leria. Since I asked everybody to be sending in more publicity from their part of the world, you've been doing exactly that. And this is one from Pam this morning, which I'm still wrestling manfully with to bring onto the screen. No, for some reason it won't show. Is it a strange picture file? I wonder here, Pam. I'm not sure what that. I wonder if you can drag and drop with this stuff. Dragging across screens. Is that going to work? No, it didn't. It didn't work. I'm not sure. Okay, I'll tell you. It's a free gig then, and that'll be in Leiria, the Feira Leiria, which is not an easy thing to say, believe you me. I'll download it. I'll try it one more time. I can't. Oh, yes, I can see what the dates are. Sexta-feira tonight. Herman José. This is how we roll in Portugal. Down on stage at 10 o'clock tonight. Busy weekend for music lovers, of course, and people who like Eurovision. That's tomorrow night. So Herman José at Feira Leiria tonight on stage at 10 o'clock. DJ Telio tomorrow at 10:30. And on Sunday evening, 15th of May, at the Palso Leiria, 7 o'clock, the Songe do Minho, the Sons of the Minho, there. Okay. No, I'm really struggling to get that one onto the screen. Must be a strange picture file. But thank you for sending that in to me, Pam. Really, really grateful to you. And I'm going to get more of these on our website as well. It's going to be probably a bit too late for that particular one, but we'll catch up and we'll get extra value out of all these lovely musical and event posters that you're sending to me. Baldylocks in. How you doing, Tony? Jean's in. Who's got plans for the weekend? What are you up to this weekend? I'm sure Jean will have some plans and some photos. Excuse me, for Monday. Bon dia todos. It's okay, Jimmy. Something is just repeating on me. Glad to hear you've had a great week. Francis says, Pete, can everyone remind Carl to slap on the sunscreen? And he's looking quite prawn this morning. Oh, yes, on the Brit suntan scale, coming out a nice prawn this morning, not going complete lobster. I think I'm going to blame the lighting. I'm not this red in real life. Bon dia saw lots of beautiful decorations. There's an erotic novel entry. So lots of beautiful decorations, flowers, etc. through the streets this week, celebrating the Procissão das Velhas. The smell of aniseed as the plants are crushed underfoot. Isn't that beautiful? That sounds great. A sensory treat there. So, Carl, have you made this? No, they didn't make it to the bowl or the plate. Paul, Louise, Lottie, Louise, I suspect it's money, maybe Paul as well. Bon dia alegria to you folks in central Portugal. Bon sexta-feira. Gumpers from Cindy B. Fondle that like button. I'm sure she'll tell us to do that before long. Elra's here. Elra, how are you? Elra Linda, beautiful Elra. Morning all, and picked 1 kilo of peas yesterday. Have now planted French dwarf beans in their place. Very nice. Kilo of peas. How did you cook those? It sounds like they might have made it to the kitchen. A whole kilo there. It can make you a bit windy. Is that right? If you eat too many peas. I can't wait to experiment with that. I also sent you a poster for the 19th century market in Alcobaça next weekend. Okay, let's see if we can find that. That tells you a lot already, doesn't it? I believe there's going to be a 19th century market in Alcobaça this coming weekend. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, one of the best events of the year. Let's see if we get any more luck with downloading this one for everybody. Pam, thanks for this. It's a lovely poster. I must get me big skirt out of the dry cleaners to wear to Alcobaça like the lady in the post. I don't understand this. I really don't understand. Is it being saved to the desktop instead? Oh, it is. It is. And I've saved that other Feira Leria poster a few times now. Okay, mystery solved. And let's just get these two onto the screen so I can stop faffing about and you can see him. This was the one with Herman Jose tonight, DJ Telio and the Sanj Dominio. And of course, this beauty here. This is fantastic, Pam. Thank you very much for this. The Mercado Secolo. Oh, don't do this to me. It says the 12th edition, but those Roman numerals are saying 19th, aren't they? 21, 21, 22 Maio in Alcobaça. Venda de produtos tradicionais, animação, jogos tradicionais. Oh, traditional games, traditional Portuguese games. Balls, sticks, hoops, and bits of rope, I suspect. Spinning tops, jumpers for goalposts. Idas a font, bailaricos. You want to be careful. You don't want to get a knock on the bailaricos, do you? I wonder what they are. Frente ao mosteiro. So outside the monastery. That's going to be great. That is next weekend, isn't it? I believe. Yes, that'll be next weekend, 21st and 22nd of May. A lovely poster, beautiful poster. Traditional dancing by the look of it there. Balso no Rusio. What does that mean as well? Can you tell us more, Pam, about that? I think that's one that you would enjoy especially. Don't forget the like button. Mine was number 6. Well done, Matty. We're counting this morning. We know who's touched and hasn't touched the like button this morning. Wash your hands first, if you don't mind. Okay. Actually, I don't mind. Just hit the like button. Whether your hands are washed, whether you're wearing a mask or not, does not matter. Get it hit. Where are we now? Is dogging your theme of the week, Carl? No, not really. What makes you? Oh, Jimmy Choo's arrival here. You guys are you guys are always part of a great week. Cheers, Francis. I've scrolled down a little bit. where have all these comments come from? These extra, the Alcobaça event next weekend. Thank you for that. Quick bit of Portuguese for Arsenal fans this morning. I am not going to read that out because I think that could be naughty, Peter. Useful for any occasion. I think Spurs might have beaten the Gunners last night. Good morning, Portugal, whenever I can. That's how Gene accesses the community. Webinars occasionally. Forum, I am not quite sure of how to interface effectively. Well, we have a forum facelift coming. Keep watching that space. And I think it's going to be a whole lot more attractive to people soon. Fatima has one of the nicest Tesla charge stations I've ever been to. Do you get a blessing? Not a blessing of the helmet, but do you get a blessing of the gearbox or something like that? Excellent coffee and cakes, and you get Tesla Club Portugal stickers too. Oh, you can take the boy out of the man, etc. That sounds so Tesla geeky. Getting your stickers there at Fatima. But that's worth noting, isn't it? If you've got an EV or maybe just a Tesla, one of the nicest Tesla charge stations in the country at Fatima. Good review there. Okay, what's this? Elra to James. Don't recognize your name, but that pic says it. Oh, yes, indeed. Of course, you know who you're dealing with, don't you? When you see this, they made this statue of me. My name's been changing weekly lately, but I always have a consistent image. Yes, your people are very good with this stuff. Your PR people, James. And the name goes with the pick of the week. That must be the statue, a great big banana slug statue. Must have been quite good fun to make that one. Hi, Gene. To get the most out of the forum, you need to be logged in. Although you can read recent posts without logging in, any further interaction, likes to respond, etc., are not possible. Yes, you've got to get a bit more engaged and committed if you want to get more engaged and committed. Yeah, you've got to log in. Nix Bradley's here. How you doing, Nix? A big bon dia. That's a good phrase, isn't it? A big bon dia from Sydney, Australia. We just walked through the door from work. Love your channel. Cheers, Nix. Great to have you here this morning. Filomena tells you off with a, oh, Carl, yes, and a giggle. Yes, that is I live for her, muito bem, but sometimes she gives me the look and the oh, Carl. Thanks so much, Pete. And James, yeah, you guys always great of a part always part of a great week. So cute. Now, what is so cute? I wonder. Is that Jimmy Choo you're talking about there? Is the video you sent me cute? I'm guessing it might not be. This might have some people wanting to look away now, because what is this that you've sent me here? It was meant to go with my snake video, which sounds so dodgy. There's this. Oh, what's going on? All these things are saving to the desktop, aren't they? There's Victoria. I hope Victoria's having a good time over in the States. I don't know where that's ended up. Oh no, maybe this is it. God knows what's going to happen when I. No, that is a video. Okay, let's try it. Let's see what happens when we play this. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's see. I don't recognize the video, but I'm going to play it anyway. He said on his last show. Can't see anything there, Jack. What are we looking at there? Has somebody got a nice big screen? Is Tech Cowboy watching with his massive, whatever he's got, 48-inch screen over the fireplace? Did anyone see something? That's like a Loch Ness video. It's definitely there, I tell you. Ha! Nessie's there. I'm scared. I don't know why. Jack, I think you're gonna have to explain this. Did you say it was a sea slug? I wonder. Okay, back to the comments whilst we sort that mystery out. Jeff, my goodness, you must be as tired as me. Bon dia a todos. How you doing, Jeff? Great to have you here. Okay, I can only do it authentically when Carl says Jack Polly, because it's how it sounds that triggers my enthusiastic response. Always happy to see you here, regardless. So yeah, that's the Jack Polly reflex, as it's known to psychiatrists in California. Bon dia, Carl, and all lovely morning here in the UK. If a bit chilly, we're off to Plymouth Comic Con tomorrow to see a few superheroes. Fantastic! Are you going to get dressed up yourselves for that? Would much rather be chilling in Portugal. But no, fair enough. Comic Con sounds like fun. Oh, Filomena's reading and going to be joining us in just a moment. I sent erotic novel entry. I sent you a video of my snake. Did you like it? Careful. Moaz is here as well. Bom dia, Carly a todos. Desculpa, estou atrasado hoje. Don't worry, no problem, no problem. Jean, so good to see you this week. Bom dia, todos. And a lovely panorama. I do a little bit of a San Martino blog as well. I was putting resources together. Sarah's here, Andrew Gilchrist as well. I was putting resources together for, while I'm finding things about San Martino de Porto. I'm thinking, well, I might as well just put this on a website. So I've been doing that, and it's been building. It's going viral. Not in the social media sense, but like, oh well, I better add that, and I better add that. And there's a lovely Bay blog. And yesterday we featured Jean's beautiful panoramic picture. So I might give you the link to that as well, so you can have a look at that and the a little directory which you might want to copy in your own part of Portugal, of course. Palson Rocio, a stage downtown, Século 19th century, and bailaricos are dances. Shall we confirm the right pronunciation for me here as we bring onto the screen for Filomena Friday? Here she is, folks, Miranda de Corvo. How are you this morning?
Olá, bom dia, Alegria.
Hola, bon dia, Alegria. Oh, got a bit of a runny nose suddenly. I wonder where that's come from. How are you this morning, Filomena? And how is Miranda de Corvo?
Está tudo bem, muito obrigada.
Está tudo bem, obrigada. I'm going to say it's mesmo aqui, much the same. Is that right? Would that be a good thing to say, mesmo aqui?
Sim, o mesmo aqui.
Oh, yes, get in. Fatima special today. I nearly contracted that all into Fatimina Friday. Fatima with Filomena on Feelgood Friday is what I meant to say, rushing through things. And a good call, Filomena, to talk about Fatima, a very significant thing culturally for Portugal, of course, and for Catholics around the world. What inspired you to want to speak about it yourself this morning?
Well, because today is the 13th of May, and so the 13th of May is the major date for Fatima.
Is it really? Is that because that's where the young children saw the vision of Our Lady? Okay.
The first time the children saw Our Lady was on the 13th of May, 1917.
Wow. Okay. And there is I was going to call it a museum. It's not really a museum, but it's like a visitor center at Fatima, where you can see this whole story brought to life with
there
audio, visual. Yeah, but this was amazing. The first time we went to Fatima, we went to see it, and it is an incredible story, isn't it? From whether you're religious or not, whether you're a Catholic or not, this is quite an incredible story, and certainly part of Portuguese history that this happened here, and it changed those children's lives beyond all recognition. There they were in a field, minding the sheep, and the rest is history, right? Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, as you said, it's not just about religion. And that's why we here on the show, we speak about several different things about culture in general. So, of course, this is to do with religion, with the Catholic religion, but not just in that sense. I mean, it's something that culturally is very important in Portugal, and also because lots of people from all over the world come to Fatima as pilgrims. So it's not just a Portuguese thing, let's say, but it's a worldwide phenomenon. Phenomenon, let's say.
Phenomenon.
And starting with the story of the three little shepherds, os três pastorinhos. In Portuguese, os três pastorinhos, the three little shepherds.
Okay, yeah, great.
They were in 1916. They had already had three visions, not of Our Lady, but of an angel. So the oldest child was Lucia. She was 9 years at the time, 9 years old. And the two cousins, so Lucia's cousins, Francisco, he was 8 years old, and the youngest one, Jacinta, so Francisco's sister Jacinta, was just 6 years old. And in 1916, they saw an angel also, basically who asked them to pray, and so they had those visions also in spring, summer, and autumn of 1916. And then on the 13th of May 1917, they were, as you said, in the field with the sheep, and they all of a sudden they saw a very, very shiny young lady. They say they then afterwards they described with lots of details how the lady was dressed and what she looked like. And so they saw a very, very shiny lady on a tree. And so she said she was coming from heaven, and that they should return every month on the 13th at noon, and they should pray for the ending of the war, because of course we were in the First World War, right?
Yes.
So they should pray for the ending of the war, and they should come every month on the 13th of every month. So then, of course, for the three little children, so they were quite young, that was quite impressive. And at first, they have decided not to tell anybody, because that was too, out of the standard. So it was so amazing that at first they decided not to tell anyone. But of course, Jacinta, being very, very young, the minute she went home, she told her mother, right,
Of
because
course.
she was so excited. She was so excited.
Yes, of
So
course.
she told her mother that they have seen Our Lady, and because of that, they were all punished, because nobody, of course, believed them, and everybody thought that they were lying, they were making things up, and so they were punished for that. But they returned. They returned on the 13th of June, and then again they saw Our Lady again, and Our Lady said that Francisco and Jacinta would go to heaven soon, as actually it happened, because then they died very young. They died with the Spanish flu, the pneumonia that we had for a few years. So also a pandemic there was at the time.
Yeah.
And so Our Lady at that second apparition, she said that Jacinto and Francisco would go to heaven soon, but Lucia would stay longer on earth. And so she did. She lived in Coimbra until she died very recently. So then on the 13th of July, so the following month, already 2,000 people went there to witness these apparitions, because the word started to be spread. And then a month later, on the 13th of August, 20,000 people were already there. But on the 13th of August, the children were not there, because the authorities had arrested them, because they thought, what are these children doing? I mean, they are lying to people, and they are bringing people here. And so they were arrested, and actually they were forced to deny that they had seen Our Lady, but they never did. They never denied, and they said that they would rather die rather than saying that they hadn't seen what they had seen. So they were released, and then Our Lady appeared to them on the 19th of August. So Our Lady didn't appear on the 13th as usual, because they were not there. And then she appeared on the 19th of August again to them. Then on the 13th of September, so there was another appearance, another apparition. And the last time in October, because this was happening every month for 6 months, right? So in October, on the 13th of October, already about 60,000 people, some say 60 or 70,000 people were there. And so in this last time that Our Lady appeared, there was the biggest miracle, which was it was a rainy day, and all of a sudden the rain stopped, and the clouds opened, and the sun was spinning around, projecting light of many colors in every direction. And in the sky, people saw the Holy Family. So Jesus and Our Lady, and Joseph. So the Holy Family appeared in the sky, and it was witnessed by all these people. So this was the biggest apparition in terms of yes, that was an image of that day.
This is what I find amazing when I've seen pictures of this, and I don't know if that's a stylized picture to emphasize the phenomenon that people saw, but it's the gathering of people in this field is so incredible, isn't it? When you see the Portuguese people in the clothing that they would have worn at the time.
Mm-hmm.
What are we still in 1917 here?
Yes, it's October 1917, because Our Lady appeared, as I said, 3 months in a row. Although in August it was not on the 13th, because the shepherds were arrested, and so but Our Lady appeared 6 times between May and October. So that's why these dates of May the 13th and October the 13th are the major dates to go to Fatima. Everybody goes to Fatima, especially on the 13th of May. So now Fatima is full of pilgrims from all over the world, as I said, not just Portuguese, but from all over the world. In Fatima, prayers are said in several languages. So the Mass and the Rosary, all the prayers are said in several languages, not just in Portuguese. Yes, those are the three children: Lucia, Francisco, and Jacinta. Jacinta being the youngest one. Yeah,
amazing, isn't it? And then these pictures of people in the field.
yes.
Sunday, October 13th, 1917. I just think these pictures are incredible.
Yeah, because then it went on and on. People kept going back to Fatima, and so, for example, in 1938 there were already about 500,000 people there, and by 1951 there was already 1 million people.
What was
there?
What was it, Fatima, before this happened? Then would it have just been a small farming town?
It was just a small, quiet town. Nothing happened there.
Wow! And then to see it now, I mean, it's just extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah, and now, of course, several people from all over the world. And for example, Hillary Clinton was here in Fatima. Of course, the popes, Pope John Paul II visited Fatima, for example, on the 13th of May 2000. He was with Lucia. He met Lucia in 2000 in Fatima. Then Pope Benedict the 16th was in Fatima in May 2010, and Pope Francesco was also in 2017 for the 100th anniversary. So lots of people, as I said, from all over the world. Mother Teresa de Calcutta, for example, also came to Fatima. Lots and lots of different people from different religions also, because we had also people visiting from other religions that came to Fatima to visit. As I have been in other places, in mosques and in synagogues and in churches. I've been also in other kind of religions, right? So also other people from other religions have also visited Fatima, and
Yes.
it's something that people uh, believe, and it's a very spiritual thing to go to Fatima and to feel, because last night, for example, it was the procissão das velas, so the candles procession, um, which is always every night, every year on the 12th of May, in the evening. And it's and people now, because before the pandemic, of course, there were thousands and thousands. When the pandemic came, then there was lots of restrictions and people couldn't go, or at least they couldn't go as they used to. And this year there were no restrictions again, so people went, again, thousands and thousands of people. And you can see, if you travel in May, you can see lots of pilgrims walking to Fatima. So lots and lots walk to Fatima,
Yeah.
just like as people do the walking to Santiago de Compostela, right?
Yeah.
People also do lots of Camino. So lots of people walk to
Well,
Fatima, and
there was a GNR warning yesterday, wasn't there, issued because there are thousands of people, I think, on the road walking to
yes,
Fatima at the moment. They've got their high vis jackets on, which is a good idea. They're probably on the side of the road facing the traffic so they can be seen. But it's actually quite
yes,
dangerous, isn't it, when they're on
it
these old
is.
icy roads, the intercity
It is.
roads.
It is
And
dangerous, and some accidents have already happened.
sure,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, I bet they have. So, a warning or a reminder to anyone who might be involved in that to go steady. Because as well, I think after a while in the blazing sun and walking for days
yeah,
on end, you're not
yeah.
thinking straight probably either, are you? I mean, that's part of the pilgrimage, I suppose, is to put
And
yourself
and
all
your feet get very sore, and with
yeah,
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 lots of suffering. Yeah, lots of suffering.
absolutely.
But that
Absolutely.
that was also the spirit of suffering. So
Indeed. And then,
yeah,
but some people, when they get to Fatima, they're down on their knees, aren't they? And they
yeah.
walk across the concourse at the end there on
Yes,
their
they
knees as a
on their
final.
knees. Yes, because there is a small chapel,
Yeah.
a capelinha das aparições. So
Mhm.
the apparition chapel, little chapel, and where the image of Our Lady is. And so people go round that chapel on their knees praying. Yes, you can see lots and lots of people who are round the little chapel, and also down the big square there they have a path where people can do that on their knees. And so they are praying, and they are on their knees. Yeah.
Yeah. And as you said there, Filomena, I think a great place to go. Maybe not this weekend,
No.
unless you love big crowds and you're there. Obviously,
After
there's a lot.
tomorrow you can go, after tomorrow, yes.
Today is the big day. Then, and it is like any other great religious site, isn't it? That there is a sense of awe and great respect, and it's been conditioned by worship and a particular kind of focus, which I think it would take the most atheistic, agnostic person to not be moved in some way by the phenomenon. You
Yes.
obviously we all have
Yes,
our
it's a
different.
very, very spiritual ambience, right? It's
Yes, absolutely.
very spiritual. Yeah.
Yes, as you can
And
enjoy actually in many places in Portugal. I mean, there's so many.
yeah.
Every village and town has churches, of course, and you can go in and similarly enjoy the rarefied atmospheres that have been created in churches over the decades and possibly centuries. So, a very interesting subject this morning. Talking about Fatima. Thank you so much. Filomena Friday, of course. Ask any questions about the Portuguese
Yes.
language or culture this morning. I've got a photo of you. I don't know if we spoke about this before, but there's quite a contrast comparing this to the weather now. I've got a picture of you. Where you just built a snowman. Where is it? I've got it here somewhere. But you've been all over the place, haven't you, recently since we last saw
Well,
you?
as usual, as usual.
Where you been? Where you been traveling?
I can't. Yes, that's the picture. Yes.
Look at you there. So quite
Um,
a contrast to
that
today.
was at the end of April. That was at the end of April, and that was in Serra da Estrela, in Covão da Metade, which is the place where the river Zezere starts in Serra da Estrela. And yes, and I was there, and there was a bit of snow. Yes.
As you can see in the picture. You also sent us this, which is very kind. Because
Yes, this is today. This is also today because
Yes.
it's Friday the 13th. But because we have already spoken about Friday the 13th in Montalegre, so that's why I decided today we could speak about something else. But of course, this is going on today, and because sorry, because it's everything to do with the 13th. So it is starting today at 13:13. So
Oh, very good.
13 hours, 13 minutes. So 13:13. If you put the poster again, if you put it
Yes, I will. Let me just,
on,
my
you can
mouth is
see.
all over the place this morning.
You can see that the start, although the celebrations have already started last night, they had a show, but today, can you see that at the top?
Yes,
13:13. That's the
That's right.
opening of the festivity.
And
13:13.
this DJ Padre Guilherme, is he actually a monk? He sounds like a Father Guilherme is the
Yeah,
DJ.
but I don't know. I don't know if he is, but he might be. I don't know.
Blessed
But
with repetitive beats. Very good.
yeah, yeah.
And
So
what is Virgin Suta? Is this the dance of the virgins that Pete Bleacher's got so excited about?
probably.
Yes, probably, exactly.
It's some dancing. I don't know. Well, some dancing or some music. I don't know. It's a show.
Okay.
But yes, virgin means virgin. Yes.
Okay, and look at this. Yes, as we know from olive oil, of course, that's probably why most people know that word these days.
Yes,
Isn't it?
azeite virgin. Yes.
Yes, and look at this lovely poster here. I was hoping for some pronunciation help from you, Filomena, on this. Bailaricos. Is that right? Bailaricos, a particular dance?
I'm not recognizing the word. Can you repeat that?
By this happens to me all the time, and I really should change my name from Miss.
Bailaricos. Are you reading Bailaricos?
Yes, isn't that what I just
Okay.
said?
Okay. Yes, sure, of course.
Okay.
Bailaricos.
And we had a question here as well. This is a beautiful poster. And what a lovely traditional outfits for the dancing. So when you go into a spin, you can throw your hem out like that. I don't know if that's the technical term, throwing your hem out. But Elra's asking the question. I need someone who is not from the city to explain to me what they mean by Idash Font. What does that mean?
Okay,
then?
I'm not from the city.
Okay, yes, you're qualified to answer this question. Well done.
Yeah, Idas a fonte. Yes, it's going to the fountain because we didn't used to have water at home, right?
Sure.
So we had to grab a cântaro, so a water container that would be transported on the head usually.
Oh yes.
And the women would go to the fountain, to the local fountain, and get some water, and then they would walk home with the cântaro on their heads, and that was the way to get the water. So idas à fonte is going to the fountain.
So there'll be a demonstration probably of going to the fountain, sticking one of those big water carriers.
Yeah,
and walking.
probably with carrying the cântaro.
Fantastic. You don't want to get that over your lovely big skirt, do you? But so I imagine the people doing that will be very skilled. We've been sent a video of the chapel at Fatima. James, is this your own work, or are you going to get me banned off YouTube for this? Got lots of lovely lovely stuff coming in this morning. Thank you, everybody, for your contributions. Let me know, James, if that's your own original video content. And another question, Pete's asking questions.
Pete's questions. Oh, I'm already afraid.
Yes, exactly. We're already thinking, oh dear, a bleach question. Watch out. Okay, so there you go, Elra. Obviously Elra grew up with running water and didn't have to worry about going to the font or to the town tap. But
they were really skilled because a lot of balance is needed to take the container on your head and they didn't. Sometimes they didn't even use any hands. It was just putting the container on top of the. They used to have something that is called rodilha, which is a round thing to put on your head, and then you put the container on top of that, not to hurt your head.
Yeah, absolutely, because you probably got quite a long walk back home, haven't you?
Yeah.
And
So
people
you
would
would
have been
put you would put the rodilha first, and then the cântaro.
Don't forget your rodilha this morning if you're going down to get your walk. It's going to hurt. Morning all from Owen. Hello, mate. Great to have you here this morning. And our nearest village had a festa a few weeks ago. They're all coming back, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Fantastic. One of the jogos traditional was a Torneo da Sueca. Is that a
Sueca? Torneo da Sueca.
No cedilla on that. A Sueca. Is that Swiss though? The Swiss twist.
Yeah, as it is said that the literal translation is Swedish tournament. Yes.
Okay.
But it's playing cards. It's a game of cards.
Oh, okay. Their minds were boggled by this, Paul and Louise. It's Portugal's national card game. Is that right? Is that what the men like to play down the bar?
Yes, they always play Sueca all the time. Yes.
Okay.
And also others, Bishka, I think, and others. But yes, they in the villages, mainly in the villages, they like to play that. Yeah.
Sueca. That was a really good way, because I suppose if you just get to the bar and you manage to get in on a Sueca school, whatever it is, you don't have to talk too much, can you? You can make friends and play cards down at the local bar. That sounds like great fun. We'll have to learn how to play Sueca, won't we? One of these days, one of these mornings. Bon dia, everyone from Jean. We have two Jeans. Looks like both Gene H's are here, and they're not both just Jeans, they're Gene H's. Hi, other Gene H. That's amazing, isn't it? Spooky. Need to get better at the video. Maybe just zoom in a bit, Jack. We had a Loch Ness monster, Portuguese style, this morning, Filomena. The pic is better if you can find it. They made this statue of me, you might like it. Okay, so let's see if we can find that this morning. We had this beauty yesterday. I thought there was a strange majesty about this Asian hornet floating in a swimming pool yesterday. It's quite special, that, isn't it? A sorry end, but actually quite a few people probably not sorry to see that end up in a swimming pool and deceased like that. But so where's this? I've got so many pics we've got, before we move on too far, got some lovely Fatima pictures from Francis this morning, and I'll come back. I will come back to your picky Jack Polly.
And there is also a song of Fatima that people sometimes, I think, especially people who live in the countryside, they sometimes have a little church that play a tune every hour. I don't know if you ever heard. Lots of villages, they have a tune, and the bell, instead of playing the usual bell sound, they play a tune that is a tune of Fatima. So that tune is for the song. Get ready.
Come on, let's do this. Yes, I'm ready. Always ready to sing with you.
So that tune is for the song. 13 de maio, na cova da Iria, apareceu brilhando a Virgem Maria. Ave, ave, Ave Maria, Ave, Ave, Ave Maria.
I think got there.
So this is the tune that lots of people listen to when the clock, instead of the usual bell sound, when the clock sets the time, the every hour. So
you chime. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So people will be hearing that today, and as they walk
every day, some villages play this every day.
All right. Yeah. Very good to know. Okay, I forgot to show these pictures earlier on. These are the lovely pictures, and we'll have a look at the chapel as well from James. We'll take a risk on that. I think you sent me a few other things today, didn't you, Filomena?
Yes, yes.
You did, didn't you?
Also to speak about things that are going on now, because we are starting to have Portugal back.
Yes, we
So
are.
yeah,
It's so true, so right what you're saying. These are lovely though, and you get a sense of the majesty of the concourse here at Fatima. The architecture is very beautiful, and there are some amazing works of art, as you can see there. Look at the scale here across the calçada. There's some calçadas going on there, and a
yeah,
lovely picture of a
the
picture of a picture.
cathedral, the
Very
cathedral,
nice
yeah,
of the cathedral there. Great
yeah.
work. Thank you very much. You can see all of that.
And in the cathedral now, the three little shepherds are buried there. So
Oh, really? My
yeah,
goodness.
the three little shepherds, yeah.
All right. Now you sent me a few things as well to talk about.
Yes.
What is going on here? Have you? I don't remember you being an extra in Blackadder.
Well, yes, that is from the Middle Ages, when I was in the Middle Ages.
Reincarnation. Okay.
Yes.
Or a previous incarnation.
So
Right.
those are two friends of mine. They are both Mario, Mario and Mario.
It's me, Mario.
Mario and Mario. So it's Mario, Filomena, and Mario. And this is because I would like to tell people about Feira Medieval, the medieval festival that we are having in Penela. This
Oh,
photo
yes.
was taken in Penela, so
Yeah.
central Portugal, Penela, the district of Coimbra, near where I live also. So and I always participate in that medieval festival. I've taught in Penela for almost 20 years, and the at first it was an initiative that the school had a long time ago, so more than 20 years ago. The initiative was from the school to start acting for the pupils, also to understand a little bit better what was life in the Middle Ages. And then it evolved in a bigger event and a bigger event. And nowadays, or for many years now, it's a partnership between the town hall, the school, and the parents association. So everybody works together. For example, the Mario on my right is from the town hall of Penela, and
Yeah.
I was from school, and the other Mario is a professional actor,
Wow.
because we also have professional actors there to act different scenes of medieval life. So fighting, for example, between soldiers, or funny, sometimes very funny stories like getting someone married and things like that. But
The castle is amazing at Penella, isn't it? And that you have the Principio as well. And I've been to I think I went to the early on in one of these festivals, and the food's great, isn't it? Because the food is sausage
yes,
is being cooked over fire,
yes,
and then
yes, yes,
as you
yes,
see in
yeah.
that picture, everything
And
served on.
I have sent you other pictures. If you have, yes, that's another picture of
Brilliant.
the one in the middle was the director of the school.
He's looking a bit grumpy there. What's up with him there? Is he
Because he
playing a
is the
part?
director, right? So
Oh, yeah.
I'm the director here. Yeah, but so my colleague Isabel, she is also a
Yeah.
teacher, and me. So that was
Beautiful outfits. What's it
uh,
like? Do you feel different when you get on your medieval get-up like that? Does it feel
well,
different?
first of all, as you probably, I don't know, you probably haven't noticed, but I'm not wearing my glasses there, right?
I did
Because
notice.
when we are doing this medieval festival, we really have to be as real as possible. So I don't wear my glasses, so I don't wear trainers or tennis shoes.
No
No.
watches.
So we really try to be as real as possible, and not to wear modern things. Yeah, no watches, nothing.
No watch.
It's just as real as it can be. Yeah.
Oh, look, and have you been apprehended here, Have you been misbehaving?
Yeah, well,
Yes, you
sometimes
have been misbehaving. You're off to the dungeon, I think, in this picture.
these are two lovely actors also that usually go there to perform. Yeah.
Wow,
And
super.
once yeah, that is the poster for this year. So Feira Medieval Penela, 28 e 29 de maio.
Good
So the
mail.
28th and 29th of May, the last weekend, Saturday in the afternoon, and well, at lunchtime. Actually, you can go on Saturday on the 28th and have a fantastic lunch in the
Woohoo!
castle.
Of
And it's
course.
medieval. It's medieval, so no knife and fork. You will okay,
That's right.
but
People wiping
but
their hands on their clothes. Yes.
but you will have a clay glass to drink.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a clay glass because no glass. There was no glass. I mean, there was glass, but there was it was not usual to have glasses like today. So we will have clay glasses. And for example, there are some wooden boards to serve cheese and lots of other things and bread and everything. And then clay plates also. The dishes are made of clay. And you get a spoon, a wooden spoon to eat your arroz doce, for example,
Of
your
course
sweet
you do.
fries,
Of
or your soup. And you get a little stick, a wooden stick for the meat. And so it's a real medieval meal, and it's lovely because it's, as you said, it's cooked outside,
Brilliant.
grilled usually outside. And there are always very good things. Usually there are wild boar and venison and lots of other things. So
Amazing, amazing, lovely, and a bit early for the walnuts, but I also found windfall walnuts later on in the year at Penella Castle, fresh from the tree. I mean, it's
well,
just such an amazing,
In Penella there is always something going on.
isn't there just? Isn't there just? Okay, we've got lots of comments and questions. There are things we've missed, so do remind us if I get to this at the end of this next section of comments, and I haven't asked what you wanted to ask me. But bon dia from Gina C. Thank you for those lovely pictures from Penella Filomena, by the way. Was having internet issues this morning, but I'm here exhausted from walking Lisbon all day yesterday. Happy to be in Portugal. Isn't that lovely? When your feet ache, but you know those feet have been in the right place all day. I watched the movie Fatima, says Moaz, and I've always wanted to do the pilgrimage. I think I was a Catholic priest and a Buddhist prince in previous lives. Of course you were, Moaz. I'm connected with both traditions. It's very interesting. We're facing a pandemic and there's a war going on. Interesting resonance. History doesn't
Yes.
repeat itself, but it does rhyme.
And Our Lady has also spoken about Russia. Yeah, but
Yes, of course.
yeah,
Yes. Wow. Wowzers. An incredible resonance. Well spotted, Francis. Fatima, circa 1917. Just think of the transport to get there. No coaches, few, if any, cars.
walking,
Yeah, many
walking.
horse mule carts and walking. And in woolen clothing, in people dressed smartly, of course, to go to a religious
Yeah.
event. They would have been in their woolen suits, wouldn't they, in the blazing sun? I would have thought. Incredible. Paul, Louise, Lottie, some things don't change. We still have a donkey and cart used every day in a local village. I love it. Fantastic. Filomena, I'm Muslim by birth. I've been to Catholic churches, synagogues, and Buddhist temples. There's a magic.
As I said, me too. I've been to several temples, several different temples. I've visited also, for example, in Bulgaria. I've been to, places where the priests were also, how do I say, retire there, let's say. And so, yes, I've been to lots of places, and it doesn't mean that being a Catholic or a Muslim or any other thing, or a Buddhist or any other religion, it doesn't mean that you don't go to other religious places, right? Why not?
Aren't they all? Yeah, they're all fingers.
I respect every religion. I respect everybody, even if you don't believe in anything. I respect everybody the same. So I think we should respect everyone.
Yeah, they're all different paths to the same thing, I would say, at the risk of being a little contentious. I know families like to take new babies to Fatima for a blessing? Of course they do.
Yeah. And
I'd
your
love
car, and you take your car to be
Yep.
blessed. You take your, as you were already referring before, the helmets. Remember, Carl,
I'll never forget about that.
the blessing of the helmets, for example. Yeah, lots of things.
There it is. There it is. We've got the poster all ready to roll for the blessing of the helmets.
Benção dos capacetes, yes.
Yep, I would love to do the Camino de Compostela, do the Camino to Compostela. Filomena, would you be up for that?
I'll follow by car.
There you go, Pete. That sounds like a deal. We do too, Pete. And what drew us to this place? Oh, this is donkeys and carts, a slower, simpler way of life, but still very hard work. Yes, of course. That goes hand in hand, doesn't it? With the old ways, you probably have to work a little bit harder, but perhaps enjoy it. There are warning signs on the IC2 to look out for the peregrinos. Yeah, the IC2, that's a major route, isn't it? And you go through the Bairrada. Very difficult for vegetarian pilgrims on that section of the Bairrada there, of the Latoish restaurants. Work is never hard when you enjoy it. Well said, Peter Bleach. I accompanied my Portuguese family to Fatima on the 13th several months ago. Very peaceful. So yes, you would go on various 13ths of the month, of course.
Every 13th, yeah, every 13th.
My bad back. Someone needs to push my wheelchair. There you go, Pete. An extra job for you. It's not hard work if you enjoy it. And they'll get rewards in heaven for helping me. It's a deal. We've fixed you up with Pete there, Moaz. I think that's a great combination. Send video into the show every morning, if you will. This year is the first one for 2 or 3 years that the village festas are in full swing. Yes! So glad to hear that. For Filomena, okay, question now from Jean H. Por favor versus se faz favor. Can you elaborate? Great question, Jean. Thank you for that.
Both are correct, and you can say either one or the other. You can say por favor, se faz favor, or just faz favor.
Yes, another choice for you there.
Yeah, you choose.
You choose, Jean. The choice is yours. Hola, bom dia. Faz do dia is Candido's Jingo. Yes. Carl, you know you struck my stiff. I struck my stuff, I think you mean, Chris, to this track back in the day. It was a mandatory dance to do at the nightclub, and especially the school disco, alongside Oops Upside Your Head, where you got your trousers all dirty on the dirty dance floor. I'm basically agnostic, and I agree with the doc about organized religion, but at the same time, I'm very spiritual. Yeah, that's the bit that counts.
About being agnostic, in Miranda do Corvo, we have a place which is a temple, but it's called Templo Ecumenico because it's intended to. It's a pyramid. I don't know if you have seen it, Carl. We have a pyramid. Haven't you?
No.
No? Okay. It's at the top of the mountain here. We have a pyramid that is called Templo Ecumenico, and it's intended to be for any religion or people who don't believe in any religion at all. So you can go there because and it also has symbols of several religions, and it's just to be a spiritual place rather than a religious place. So this is in Miranda do Corvo, Templo Ecumenico.
Well, check you out, you lovely people at Miranda do Corvo doing that. All those, do you know what? I've had an idea. All those religious people could get together and start a church, couldn't they? Oh, sorry, no, not those religious people. Those irreligious, the agnostics and the atheists could start a church together.
Yeah, they have, and they have a temple here in Miranda do Corvo already.
It's already for you.
Templo Ecumenico, yeah, Templo Ecumenico. Yeah.
And there are lots of bars and restaurants around there as well where you can have
speaking of Miranda do Corvo, I've also sent you a poster for something that is happening in Miranda do Corvo at the beginning of June. Expo Miranda. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on here then?
Expo Miranda is from the 1st to the 5th of June. So in Miranda do Corvo, not Miranda do Douro. Don't send people in the wrong direction again.
Did I send people to the right place this morning when I sent them to Porto Alegre?
Montalegre.
Miranda do Corvo, not Miranda do Douro.
Yeah,
okay,
so not Miranda do Douro, but Miranda do Corvo. This is our church, and what is left from our castle is just a tower. And we also have, like in Rio de Janeiro, we have Cristo Rei. So,
Cristo Rei there.
so this is in Miranda do Corvo from the 1st to the 5th of June. We are having this expo in the local market. And this means that there are 5 days when you can come to Miranda, and there is always a musical show in the evening. Every evening we have music concerts in the market, as I said. And the local companies, the local businesses are going to be there, for example, advertising their services or their products, or selling their product. Handicraft, for example, local handicraft. Everything that is local is going to be there. And also, of course, food and drink. So
No.
you would never tell, isn't it? But there will be there will be good food and good wine from the region also. And so you can come and have dinner here, for example, in the market, and have some fun. So there will be 5 days, 5 days to have fun from the 1st to the 5th.
Expo. There you go. In June, I've got to get my events page back on expatsportugal.com. Absolutely, have to do it. You know, for next year, for April the 1st, we need to organise a Portuguese event that has no food or wine. That could start a riot, couldn't it? Can you imagine that? A Portuguese event with no food or
well,
maybe that could. No, it's a bad idea.
Nah,
Let's not upset people like that.
I'm not for it. No.
No, I didn't think you would be. Okay, back to the comments. You know what? Look, DJ Guillaume.
He's a priest. Okay.
That's fantastic.
Why not? Why not? Because I mean, a priest is still a person, isn't he? So why not being a DJ?
Religious experience. We mentioned all these places, didn't we? Like synagogues and mosques and churches. Why not the dance floor as well as a place to be?
Why not?
And
we have for example, football teams with priests and other things. I mean, they are not just priests; they are also part of the communities where they live.
You would hope so. Blessing with beats then from Padre Guillaume. Is he hot? Asked Pete. I always send my best mate back in Blighty a calendar of sexy priests from the Vatican, which he and his husband always enjoy. Anyone struggling for a gift idea? Pete's helping you out this morning. And watch out for DJ Padre Guillaume making an appearance on there as well. The women have races carrying the water pots on their heads at our local festivals. That sounds like fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is Idas a Fonte. Idas a Fonte.
Idas a Fonte. I expected more from Idas a Fonte. Turns out it's just getting Elra. It's not
just getting water.
It's turning on a tap, Elra. Honestly, really like. Discovered I have Portuguese neighbours on the next road, so I had to knock on their door yesterday and say "Bon dia." Nice one.
Very good.
Look on their faces. I would say no to DJ Guillaume, but I've always been told I'm picky. Oh, poor old Padre Guillaume there. I want this calendar of sexy priests. Sort him out, Pete. You guys can talk about that, and even look at that calendar when you're pushing Moaz along the IC2. How long ago were people carrying water from the fountain? Asked Sarah. I've seen pictures that look like little girls getting water from the fountain in Stubble in the 1960s. That could have happened, couldn't it? In the 1960s, you didn't.
I did when I was little with my mother.
Wow, incredible.
Well, so now you know how old I am.
Well, I'm thinking, okay, so when you were little, that was the 80s, wasn't it? Possibly the 90s. So
sure.
as recent as that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, I did it. I did it with my mother. Yeah.
Fantastic. And Sarah, while we're with Sarah, the 11th to the 22 de maio.
It's from the 11th to the 22nd.
Oh, okay.
22. That means two. 22nd.
22 de maio of 2022. Parque Urbano de Alburquerque. Semana de Mar ou do Pescador, the Fisherman's Week, right?
Yes. Yeah.
A program of cultural happenings. What are animações? happenings are they?
Animações, entertainments, so cultural entertainments.
All sorts going on there. Do we recognise anyone who might be playing there? A bit of folk fado. Oh, I've got to ask you about the Eurovision song.
Oh, I haven't seen much of it, but
George, nice. He sounds nice, doesn't he? And we've got
it sounds nice.
Y Pedro Carvalho on segunda. So yeah, we've that's a great poster. Thank you. Mostra das Tradições Martin. Yeah, well, a demonstration of traditional seafaring
Mostra
business.
das Tradições, and I can't read the rest.
Maritimo, possibly.
Marítimas, probably. Yeah, Marítimas. Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah Stubar. We've got to get the events page up on expatsportugal.com. Okay, a few more comments and questions. Now, I missed the
and next month is going to be the month of Marchas Populares.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. And we can eat plenty of sardines then, right?
Yes. The best month for the sardine is June.
Very good. Looking forward to that already. Will Rogers quote of the day: "If there are no dogs in heaven, then when I die, I want to go where they went." Very nice. Thank you. Sorry that I missed that earlier on, James, but we've done that now. Jean was asking, the whistling at the start of the tune at the end of the show was that inspired by a bird? Pete found that for us. Pete from Castelão de Perro put that together for us. But look at this. A bird singing early this morning sounding exactly like it. That is lovely. That is quite coincidental, but very fabulous. That you've pointed that out for us. Back to the comments then. In the summer, there are medieval fairs everywhere, even in the suburbs of Lisbon. Yeah, it's a great thing. It's a great thing. Where's the prof this morning? I haven't seen the prof or any Portuguese history, apart from the Portuguese history Filomena, of course, has given us, about which many of the things I think you could say this morning, Vasily, sounds amazing. And what's this?
No questions on Portuguese? No questions on Portuguese language?
Pete had one actually a little bit earlier on. This was question for Filomena. Here we go. We discussed last night that Portugal has so much to believe in with tradition and community, just like the graffiti we saw at the tower. The UK has nada. Well, that's not really a question for Filomena, is it? It's a Filomena phenomenon, almost as tricky as the stairs in Portuguese. Portuguese tongue twister. As escadas.
As escadas.
As escadas. There you go. So what is your question there, Pete? I wonder. Let's go back to those comments and see if we can find anything. Women carrying pots on their head. We've got a lot of threads afoot coursing around the place here this morning. And the man cave tonight. Don't forget that man cave on this evening. Andy will probably give you a link for that in the chat. We need a meetup with crochet lessons from Rebel Mama and Sueca card lessons with Filomena. Yes, well, I'll tell you, when we do have our weekend meetups, we will do stuff like that. And learning to play Sueca needs to be on there. Filomena, your singing is fab. I remember singing that in church. Your choir misses you. And that was lovely. There you go. As Filomena, about the traditional game they play in the sticks at festivals, ask Filomena. What is this? Jogo
Caganita.
Caganita.
I'm sorry, I don't know. They play in the sticks.
Yeah, when I lived in the Bairrada region, there was a strange sort of quoit game where they sort of pegged it out in the concrete. And it was obviously a local game, and you probably have to get some sticks or balls to play it. That might be the region and the area and the
in
game.
The sticks. I know something that is what's the name of it? Caganita, I don't know. Caganita, I don't know.
Okay.
At least the name.
I mean,
doesn't ring a bell.
You can't know everything about every village in Portugal.
No.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but no.
A mystery solved here for Louise. We always wanted to know the origin of our local churches' tunes. We can hear two churches, but they're slightly out of sync. That hurts. That can hurt the ear, can't it? He's here. Prof is here. Morning from Midlife Rebels. Who is this in the picture? This is
the one who won. This is the one who won the festival, the Eurovision contest.
Salvador
I think it was 3 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Salvador Sobral. Salvador Sobral. Amar pelos dois was the song that that led him to the victory of Eurovision.
Well, on that matter, then, it's the final tomorrow night of the Eurovision, and I want to just play a little bit to you at the risk of being struck from YouTube. Have a listen to this, folks. See what you think. Are you hearing that, Filomena?
Yep.
I've tried to write a million other songs, but somehow I can't move on. Oh, you're gone. Takes time, alright, and I know it's no one's fault, but somehow I can't move on. Oh, you're gone. Saudade, saudade. Nothing more that I can say says it in a better way. Saudade, saudade.
Right, I'm going to stop it there. It's a beautiful song.
Saudade, saudade. Mm-hmm.
But it's not a Eurovision winner, is it? Because what you
Well,
got the
although-
fire, the lasers and the smoke and
Yeah, but
space.
if you think of but if you think of Salvador Sobral, for example, I don't know if
True.
you Salvador
Yes.
Sobral, the one that
Yeah,
was in that picture, his
Yeah.
song was also a
downbeat.
quiet song, let's say,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Amar pelos dois, and he won. But of course,
Fair enough.
but this year, all the songs are disco.
That's right. And then that comes out and drops, and everyone's like, well, it's got to be it's got to be the right timing in the evening, is what I'll say. I mean, I think it's a beautiful song.
It
but I'm
is.
just not
It
sure
is.
if it's right for Eurovision. We will
Yeah.
find out this weekend. Thank you for that reference there, Prof. They use rodillas in Tomar to carry the tabuleiros. Okay, of course.
Yes,
Now
yes.
Oh my goodness! Now when it
Yes,
talks to
it's like a donut-shaped cushion. Yes.
carrying stuff on your head, they take it to a new level, literally. There in Tomar, and you can see. I mean, the Tabuleiros Festival is happening next year, isn't it? 23.
It
It's
is.
like a
Yeah.
donut-shaped
In July. Mm-hmm.
Some of us need to sit on those as well as have them on our head in this community. Eusebio, I got taught how to say your name properly yesterday. Did I not say? Have I not been saying Eusebio right?
Eusebio.
Eusebio, not Eusebio. Okay, sorry about that.
Eusebio.
Eusebio. It's like I, isn't it? Eusebio. Wow. Maybe Filomena can teach us all how to say it properly in Portuguese. One more
Eusebio.
time. Eusebio.
Eusebio.
Eusebio. Okay. Wow. We'll try and get that right from now on, Prof. And sorry if we've caused any offense over the last year. Saying it wrong every day. In the summer, there are medieval fairs everywhere. Yeah, even in the suburbs of Lisbon. And Trevor, morning, Trevor and Shannon. So glad to figure out what card game everyone is playing in the parks around us. Sueca, fantastic. But the best is said to be in Santa Maria da Feira. Now, that is quite a claim, isn't it? Thank you, Filomena, for all the insights. Super bom dia, Filomena e Carla. Muito interessante.
Olá, Sandra. Bom dia.
You're amazing, Filomena, says Owen. Hold on a minute.
Always exaggerating, Owen.
No, he's absolutely right. Now, somewhere here, I've got in a slightly different form. Let me just see if you can hear this. Oh, okay. Are you all right for a few more minutes? It's 10 o'clock. Can you believe that?
Yes, it is.
Have you got to go and teach somebody now? Or are you all right for a couple of minutes?
It's okay. It's okay. We can carry on.
You tell me when you need to go. But look, today in Portuguese history, 1926, first stone of the monument to the Marquês de Pombal is laid. The President Machado participates in the ceremony of laying the foundation stone. That wasn't the first one. We've got so much here to. I think you may have to go, and I'll have to carry on alone this morning. Stay in
It's up to
Portuguese
you.
history. The winner was you're welcome to stay as long as you like, Filomena. The winner was Portugal with today in Portuguese history. The winner was indeed Amar pelos dois. It's a beautiful song as well, performed by Salvador.
Yeah.
Yeah, and written
Loving
by
for both. Loving for both of us. Amar pelos dois.
Yeah, it was his first victory in the contest and the first top 5 placing in 53 years of participation. Long awaited. The longest winless run by a country in Eurovision history. Or maybe they thought to themselves, well, we better give Portugal a go. But it's a good song, stands on its own merits there. Have a look on YouTube for Torneo de Sueca. It's a bit similar to Whist, but only with 40 cards. Thank you, Louise, for that. Fantastic day, Deborah Simpson. She should have gone to Specsavers because she keeps bumping into people. That's at the medieval festival.
Medieval.
Make you friends at the medieval festival. Bon dia, Filomena. Morning, Lucy. Bon dia.
Hello, Lucy.
Most amazing woman.
There you go.
Here we go. Not only a beating heart of our community, but a right laugh, as we say back in Blighty. Sat giggling at the back with her is brilliant. Fantastic.
Have you shown that picture of me and Jerry? Have you shown the picture?
I did it before, and I don't have it available to me now, but it was lovely.
Okay.
You're both having a giggle. And no, we only have so much room on here, as you know. I think I went with the snowman when I was having a bit of a clear out. I love the you and the snowman picture. But yeah, that was a beautiful picture with you and our very own Jerry.
We had a lovely time with Jerry also. Lucy and Jerry.
Yeah. We love
Obrigada.
Louise. Good morning, everyone from Joao. Filomena's events are amazing. Any coming up? Trips for Brits at gmail.com to stay in touch with you. What's going on? Have we got anything in the pipeline?
Well, as far as trips are concerned, not at the moment, no.
All right, but you can go to the expo and maybe
But as I have been telling you, there are lots of events that you can come to near here, and so
do you know the answer
in
to
Miranda?
The
next festa in Miranda is on the 1st of June, from the 1st to the 5th of June.
Get in. Today in Portuguese history too, 1917, the first apparitions of Our Lady of Fatima is said to have occurred. There you go. And if you didn't hear that earlier on, watch again to hear the whole story from Filomena. It's quite incredible. Can one just turn up for this lunch on the 28th, or do you need to book tickets?
You can just turn up and you just go there to the tavern. We've got a tavern.
And what sort of phrases do you say in Portuguese? Like força, saúde, these sorts of things?
Yeah, you can say yes.
Bom dia, dia.
Yeah, or boa noite, because it's
boa noite.
Boa tarde. Right.
Oh, cool.
And then you go there and you can choose. As I said, you don't expect to have a knife and fork.
Okay, yes, that's right. Be licking your fingers and other people's as well. If
you use your fingers.
Cool. I should be in Portugal for that medieval festival, and it's not too far from Portugal. Keep it in mind. You'll have a great time there, Matty.
And you can dress up, of course. You can dress up. If you dress up, it's even better. You can put on your medieval clothes and go.
I imagine Matty's got medieval clothes, or he could just adapt his lederhosen, which, of course, as a German man, he'll have lederhosen. A leather coat, two dogs with spiky collars on. You're going to look fantastic at the medieval festival. Today in Portuguese history 3. Good work, Prof. 1927, Antonio Augusto de Carvalho wins the first Volta a Portugal cycling in 79 hours and 8 minutes. I can imagine he's got very, very big calves. Thank you for that. And shout out to Antonio Augusto de Carvalho there. Gary, House Family was worried about you after Ben caught it, as it were. How are you doing, Garvo? I reckon, what's this? I bless myself every time I get in Pete's car. Is that available at as well?
Me too.
Yes. We've heard about Pete's driving. I've
been in Pete's car. I know how he drives.
Oh, okay. You lived.
And you have to keep praying, right? You have to keep praying. Oh my God, oh my God.
Have a lift. Have a lift with Pete. Turns everyone into a Catholic immediately. I was in a village the other day, and an ox and cart came past. It was a strangely lovely sight. It came past. How fast were you driving, Gary? And the ox and cart it came past.
No,
Okay.
it's a fantastic drive, but I keep telling him there is a bend coming. Oh my
There's
God!
a bend in the road. Yes, Peter, come on, get a grip, man. In modern days, people forget that animals are part of us, and they also forget that we do not eat electronic chips. We eat what Mother Earth and its nature gave us. Yeah, and you get a sense of that when you eat with your hands at the medieval festival. Absolutely right.
Yes.
Well said, Joao F. Blimey, Prof, you have been at it for today. Yes, hasn't he? We're missing him, and then suddenly he turns up like 3 buses arriving at once, 3 lots of Portuguese history. Beautiful sight, Gary. Love the transport you see every day. And I can I just say how blown away I was by your beautiful museum in Alvia Agra. Deborah Simpson, never going to happen. What did we say there? What was she doing? She's not going to be going to the medieval
Never going to
festival.
happen. I don't know.
Bon dia, Carl, Filomena, and all you
Maybe wearing medieval clothes.
Yeah, they're very fetching, I think.
Yeah. Why
Makes
not?
men. Yeah, I think it makes men manlier and women wenchier. I think that's a good thing. And all you lovely gumpers from a very sunny Scorchio Coleraine, the Northwest 200 road racing tomorrow, and the event draws thousands worldwide. Have a great day in Coleraine tomorrow, then. If you're passing, pop along. 53 likes. What's it? 53 online, 28 likes. Come on, hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, do it. Carl, please share the Lausanne Festival picture. Who doesn't love DJ Mastic Shine? I don't know where that is now. That again, like the picture of Jerry and Filomena, has disappeared into the bowels of the archives. Hey guys, in Caldash at Fiat, a strong man opened my sliding door. Piece of cake. Is that all you needed? A strong man? You should have asked me. But you saved me the embarrassment. They don't have my fuel filter, so have a dress for around the corner. Problem was it wouldn't start in diagnosis. Now, good luck, Suze, with that. Cindy B. Gumper Gang, fondle that like button. Para este programa fascinante. Thank you very much for reminding everyone there, Cindy. I saw a woman with a 9.8 litre Mon Chic jug balanced on her head. Amazing. Yes, buy that woman a drink. Oh, she's already got one.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, they made this statue me. It's last minute, but James from Jess this morning. Jess is in. Hi, Jess. How's it going? O Jogo de Caganita is a game where they divide a field into squares, bury a ticket, then let animals wander about on it. Well, no wonder you don't know about this. This sounds
I don't
very.
know. I've never seen it.
When the animal poops, dig up the rabbit and win a prize. That is so eco.
Oh God,
isn't it?
I've never seen it.
No, I don't want to see it, do we? Mustache, bon fin de
Where
semana. Yeah.
is that? Where is that? In the north? In the south? Where is
I think
it?
it's around Anadia. You know they're a bit weird around there, by Rada.
Maybe because of the champagne.
Beautiful. So, it's yes, indeed. The Espumant makes them do funny things.
Yeah.
How to start playing Swecker card game. First, you grow old until you're 80. You find a square table in the park, grab 3 of your close long life mates, and finally you can start learning the basics. I'm up for that. Can't wait. Genie's in. Look at this. Bom dia todos. I like the song, but why not in Portuguese? Yes, people have been saying this, have they not? Kate, so good to meet you on Wednesday. I actually like Saudade. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I like it. I just don't think it's a Eurovision. This year it'll be Ukraine.
Yeah, probably the idea of not being in Portuguese was because it was Eurovision, and sometimes they think, well, it's better for people to understand. But I also consider that it should be in Portuguese. Yes.
Yeah. Do people get together in Portugal to watch Eurovision? Is that a thing? Not if there's football on, right?
Yeah. nothing compared to football.
Okay. It's football, Fatima and Fado. Eurovision doesn't get a mention. Morning, people. Can you pronounce my name correctly? Oh, goodness. All right, I'll have a go. Abel Pinheiro, surely.
Nah.
Oh, Carla. Okay.
Abel
Oh.
Pinheiro. Abel.
Oh, sorry. Eusebio and Abel. Oh my goodness. I'm
Abel.
so sorry. My clothes are all my clothes are medieval anyway. Excellent. Cup final tomorrow. Chris wants to know why you have not mentioned it. Oh, I didn't know which cup final even is on tomorrow. I'm so no wine. Okay, so no
No
wine for
wine? Well, medieval? Yes, lots of
Come
wine.
on, yeah. I mean, you'd be burnt at the stake for not drinking wine in medieval times, probably, wouldn't you? Just not you personally, Deborah. Just look through my costume collection. Don't have medieval. Closest I've got is best man, but that that could look a bit out of place. What your best man suit in there?
Well, it's
And
very easy. Very easy.
oh
You just get one of those big potato bags.
yes,
You just
yeah,
make a hole
yeah.
for the head, and the two holes for your arms. You put the bag on you, and that's it. You are
Hey
medieval.
presto, medieval peasant, right there.
Yeah, it's
If
easy.
if you want, ideally though, you want sackcloth rather than plastic.
Not
Oh, hold on a
plastic.
minute.
Not
We'll come back to
plastic.
that. No, because
Not
that could get
plastic.
really
No.
hot. You could
Yeah.
have perspiration
And it's
dripping
not
on.
medieval. If it's plastic, it's not
Well,
medieval.
that's
No.
true, and you need to pimp it up a little bit, I think, with some
Yeah.
adornment of some kind.
Any
Maybe,
any square thing will do.
yeah, and maybe
You
a
just
random
make a hole for the head, two holes for your arms, and that's it.
and a bit of animal fur on the front. Good to go. Okay,
Some
let's play
sandals. Put
some
on some
sandals
sandals.
or
Yeah.
no sandals, vintage. And or medieval have to go. Yeah, we all have to go actually, but we're not making it easy for anyone to go. He's got a Batman outfit. You can't wear a Batman outfit for
Batman.
medieval.
No.
Okay, I've got two videos to play for you, and I'll do this as a bit of an outro. We've got a lovely Fatima video from James. I've got a setting sun from Phil as well, which is beautiful. And then I'll play the outro. So I've got 3 videos in a row. So now I will say goodbye to you, Filomena, and thank you so much. Muito obrigado. Bom fim de semana. So
Now,
good to have you.
divirtam-se.
Thank you.
Divirtam-se.
Oh, what does that mean?
Have fun.
Have fun.
Divirtam-se. Have
Divirtam-se.
fun. Divirtam-se.
Divirtam-se. Thank you so much, Filomena. Lots of love to you and the family.
Ciao.
And Miranda de Corvo. We'll see you again soon.
Obrigada.
Ciao, ciao. Okay, so there goes Filomena. Let's play those videos as we go out, and you can see if the bird song sounds like a bird you heard this morning, just as Jean did. Thank you so much, everybody. It's such fun this morning. Have a great weekend. Let's play those videos now.